Back in Lesson 4, we taught you the signs for man, woman, boy, and girl. As we told you, these signs were created years and years ago, back when men wore top hats and women wore bonnets with ribbons. These signs were actually a preview of the content of this lesson.
The sign for work is another example of a sign created when a blacksmith used an anvil to really do a hard day's work. Another example is the sign for toast, which is made by toasting a piece of bread on a fork in front of a fire, before there was a toaster or an electrical outlet to plug it in.
One other example is a sign for control, which is based on using reins to control horses. Something not exactly as popular today as an automatic transmission. Along with these examples, we'll show you several dozen more signs that were also created in days gone by. School teachers used to clap their hands to get their students' attention, but I doubt it would be a successful strategy in classrooms today. You learn the signs for school and above. Put them together to show that a college is above a regular school by combining the elements of both signs. All diplomas have official seals. Form the letter G for graduate and stamp the seal on the diploma. This sign shows how paper passed through an old printing press. On typewriters and printing presses, imprints of the letters of the alphabet actually hit the paper. It was a custom in 18th century France to break a cracker for luck, and this is a sign based on that custom. This and many other French signs made their way to America with teacher Lorraine Claire. Before the toaster and the toaster oven, people made toast by piercing the bread and holding each side to an open flame. Before the salt shaker, people put salt on their food by placing the salt on a knife and tapping it so that the salt would fall onto their food. Think of yourself as a food taster when you make this sign. If you taste the food and it's edible, you offer it to someone as good to eat. Think of yourself as a food taster when you make this sign. If you taste the food and it's not edible, you show someone it's not good to eat by turning your hand so the food drops to the ground. Better means more good, or as a sign, a combination of good plus higher. Best means the most good, or as a sign, a combination of good plus highest. If you use an old-fashioned coffee grinder, you'll grind your beans like this, which is a sign for coffee. When soda was in bottles instead of cans or plastic bottles with twist tops, people used to put the bottle tops that went inside the bottle like this and close like this. This is also the sign for pop or cold drink. Although this has a very negative connotation, Coke soda is still signed like an injection of a narcotic. Before the drug companies sent out prepared medications, druggists used to mix the medicines themselves with a mortar and pestle. For the sign hospital, we show how medical staff would wear the Red Cross symbol on their sleeves. You'll also see the hospital sign like this with an H for hospital on a solid rock. Use the letter P to make the Red Cross symbol, and the sign for hospital becomes the sign for patient. This sign is based on the Greek letter psi, which is a symbol for psychology. People often make gestures with their hands as they make their speeches. This was especially true of early orators. This is also the sign for lecture and presentation.